Hey, what do you reckon about Morrison and the budget? What do you reckon, Mark? What's in it for us?
Well, one thing is for sure is that we're going to end up paying more on our mortgages because there's no way in the world the banks are going to absorb $6 billion worth of extra costs.
Wow.
They can't. Either shareholders are going to cop it in the neck or consumers or both. I don't think they're going to do shareholders because if bank executives pass it on to the shareholders, the bank executives lose their own bonuses. So it's going to go to consumers.
It's a bit rat cunning, isn't it? Because, I mean, what he's done, he's absolved himself. He's gone, right, I'm going to hit the big banks. Now what the banks do, it's up to them.
That's right. It's just another tax, to be honest with you, because somehow consumers will end up repaying this $6 billion. If you're making $2 billion a year as a bank, you're not going to pay $1 billion away in cost next year and only make $1 billion. It's just not going to work.
How do we rate as far as in the world scale of tax? How much are we up there?
We're top 3 paying countries in the world per capita of tax. When you add up land tax, stamp duties, income tax, GST, every other bloody thing, and by the way, if you really want to go and look at the taxes you pay when you park your car down wherever you park your car these days, you're paying $25 a week just in tolls. Another $10 a week parking your car in the city wherever you park your car. So
we're top 3 in the world.
Top 3, yeah.
So where are the banks going to screw us, Mark? Will it be fees, interest rates, all of the above? Where do we need to look out for in our bank statements and things like that over the next couple of years?
I don't think it'll be in your bank statements page. I think what's going to happen is they're going to say, we've had to increase the interest rates out of cycle. Mm-hmm. In other words, not in accordance with what the RBA is doing. We've had to increase our interest rates because cost of funding has increased. Nobody can ever work out, to be frank with you, nobody can ever work out what the cost of funding of any bank, any one particular bank is, because it gets comes out of the treasury division within the bank, and not even the bank executives, not even a lot of them know how to cost it.
God, thank God I'm with Yellow Brick Road, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too. But all the stuff's just around the edges. There's nothing really ballsy in there. I mean, I would have liked to see, for example, something done on the supply side of homes. So I would like him to say something like, every developer, from now on, if you build houses in these zones, in other words, build zones around Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and say within these zones, new houses, newer units, your company does not have to pay GST, the 10% tax anymore.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to
bit of incentive.
A big incentive for developers, because you've got it. The supply side comes from developers. It doesn't come from government. Developers are the guys who go out there and take all the risk and they build another 100,000, 5,000 houses or 10,000 houses. If you can get them to build another 25,000 houses, and there's only one way you're going to get a developer to do that, is give him some sort of incentive, cash incentive. And the big drama for developers now is they pay 10% of every single sale. They give that in GST to the government. So if they sell an apartment for $1 million, they don't get $1 million. They get 900,000.
Right.
And 100,000 goes to government, which is why the government loves all this boom in development.
Yeah.
So really, if you look at it, I'm not saying the government's going to get less money. I say maybe say reduce it from 10% to 5%. What you might find is developers double their output, which means the government get the same amount of money. Double lots of 5% instead of one lot of 10%. There's a lot more houses for sale. You build which means houses then should become more affordable. And units should become more affordable in those areas where we want it to happen.
Makes sense. Yeah. On the dole bludgers, he's called it tough love that he's going to start drug testing dole bludgers. What are your thoughts?
I hate that. Look, to be honest with you, I think it's an imposition on your privacy. I mean, like if you've got an indication and that somebody is in that category and that they are a dole bludger and they're actually on the gear and just taking the piss out of everybody, sure, test those, but you shouldn't apply across the board. We're not playing for Australia or competing in the Olympics and need to have a bloody drug test every week, so that's ridiculous.
All right, Mark, thank you for cutting through a fair bit of the crap with us on the budget.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The Grill Team, Gus, MG and Matty Johns.